Hi everyone, it's Tanya from Cuppa Tea Channel, the place for all those tea lovers and tea addicts to build your tea knowledge. In this episode, I'm looking at brewing times for different categories of tea. I have been asked this question by different people about how to know what temperatures to brew a tea at, what time, how much tea leaf. So I have put together a chart that really looks at it not so much of the grams of tea per 100 mils of water, but I'm looking at the teapot and that teapot and how much leaf should be in that teapot. So what I recommend to a lot of people is if you're just brewing for yourself, just a small little 5 ounce or about 180 mil teapot is more than enough for what you'll get through in one day. And I also recommend that if you find by the end of it you're starting to find you're full of tea, just stack some of your infusions in here as well. So let's get into it and have a look at the chart. So in this tea guide that I have created, I try to cover most of the common tea families here. I'm looking at the Baozhong, which is the lightly oxidized tea from Taiwan, an oolong or a tiguanyin. We look at a black tea, oriental beauty, green teas as in a jasmine green tea or bilochan, an aged tea. Now, just keep in mind, this isn't an absolute golden rule. This chart really is just a guide, but it gives you a general idea of where to start, and then you can build from there. The second line here is now the amount of tea. So the dark area in here is where your tea. So depending on the size of your pot, whatever size pot you're using, I just showed you a 180 ml size pot. You would half fill it if it was a Baozhong. If it was an oolong, and that is in a bold oolong or a tiguanyin, or a black tea, you would go to 1/5 or 1/4 of the teapot, that black area down the bottom. Oriental Beauty is around halfway. Bilochan or jasmine green is 1/5 to 1/4. Again, an aged tea is around 1/3. The water temperature is down here, and it is Baozhong 90 to 95 degrees. The oolongs, tiguanyin, black teas 95 to 100 degrees. And that doesn't matter whether it's a baked tea or it's a jade oolong. You can do that at 95 degrees. Oriental Beauty is between 80 to 85 degrees. Bilochan, jasmine green around the 70 degrees, and an aged tea between 95 to 100 degrees. These are your infusions, your first infusion, your second infusion, your third and your fourth and your fifth infusion. Now the first one you will notice with oolongs, as in the Baozhong, the oolong and the tiguanyin, the Oriental Beauty, are all longer on the first infusion, and that is to help open up the tea leaf. The black tea is just 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 110 seconds. However, with Baozhong, tiguanyin oolongs, a boulder oolong or Oriental Beauty, you start with 60 seconds, a full minute to open it up. After that, the second infusion, you go back because now the leaves are open, and you start on your 35 seconds, your 35 seconds here, 45 with each infusion. So an infusion is when you refill the pot with water. And make sure in between each infusion you drain the water from the teapot completely while you're in between each infusions. You'll notice with green tea here, it's 60 seconds to start with, 90 seconds, and then 120 seconds. So that is really common with green tea, is that you build on the time. And it's the same for aged teas as well down here. And then the same with your black teas up here. You just build on those times. There will be some people that will be saying, oh my gosh, she's got 40 seconds for an aged tea. But that is true. But again, look at the tea to water ratio. And this is a guide for people just starting out. If you find it's not strong enough, you can add in more leaf and you can shorten your time. Some people will only do for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, but they usually got a lot more leaf in there. I have used this guide a lot myself when I haven't brewed a tea for a while, and I refer back to it again, and it has not failed me once. So in regard to my Taiwanese oolongs, this has been absolutely perfect. Now I'll put a link below for this particular guide for you to be able to download. So I hope you found this information helpful, and if you feel like this channel can be of benefit to you, or if you feel like this channel can help you in your tea journey, please subscribe, give this episode a thumbs up and share with your friends. Until next time, see ya, have a great week.